Hello, today I'm going to show you how to complete the associations page of your application within the Provider Management module for Vermont Medicaid. All enrollment types except for atypical are going to be presented with an associations page. The only enrollment type that is absolutely required to complete the associations page before moving on is an individual within a group enrollment type. If you have selected an individual within a group enrollment type, you are stating that that individual works solely for a group and we must identify that group in order to be able to move on. Please note whether you are associating a group or a facility or an individual or an OPRA, whoever you are trying to associate on your application must already be actively enrolled in the Vermont Medicaid network. If you are, for example, an individual within a group and your group has not yet completed their enrollment application, you must wait until that is completed before you will be able to associate and complete yours. Today, I'm going to show you what it looks like for an individual within a group to associate a group to their application. In order to do so, I'm going to hit Create New on the right-hand side under Group Association. This is going to open a new window for me to be able to select a group. You'll notice the first thing at the top of this page is a box called Authorized Administrator. When you are an individual and you are selecting groups or a facility in order to associate to, you can designate one of those entities, one of the service location IDs that you're going to be adding, as your authorized administrator. This is not a requirement. You do not need to select an authorized administrator. But if you do, what you are saying is that you are authorizing that group, that entity, to be able to maintain your enrollment information. You are giving them the authority to do so. I have another video that is just on the authorized administrative feature, so please take some time if you want to learn more about designating an authorized administrator. I'm going to select that today, and then I'm going to enter in the provider location ID. You can either enter in the service location ID, which is the 14-digit service location ID for the group or facility that you're trying to add, or you can look it up by NPI. If you look it up by NPI and there are multiple service location IDs for that NPI, you'll be given a list to choose from. If you have multiple associations, you have to individually add them. So even if you're trying to add a group that has multiple service locations, but they're all from the same group, if you work at all those different service locations, you're going to want to add them one at a time. So I'm going to add my first service location here, and then I'm going to hit search. And it's automatically going to pull the information here for me. Now, if for some reason that service location is not actively enrolled, it's not going to be able to pull any information over for you. Or if you're looking up by NPI and that NPI is not yet enrolled, you're not going to be able to add that information. So just to reiterate, whoever you're trying to add as your association must already be actively enrolled in the Vermont Medicaid network. Once I've entered in that information, I'm going to hit save. And now you're going to see that I have successfully added an association for my individual within a group enrollment. If I have another group facility that I want to add on to this, I'm just going to repeat the process. I'm going to hit create new again, and I'm just going to enter in the next service location ID. Please take note that if you are an individual within a group, you can only associate group service locations to your individual. If you are enrolling as an OPRA, ordering, prescribing, referring, or attending, you can only associate facility service locations to your record. Once you have entered in all applicable associations, you are now ready to hit save and continue and move on with your application.